Okay, I'm recording, so if you can go ahead and type in there, yep, there you go, that you're here. Um, and we're just going to go over a few things here, kind of about what's going on. So I'm glad to hear it. Looks like some of y'all got your, couple of y'all might have picked up your kits already. I thought of this later, and I should have, well, I didn't think of it before, but when you're picking it up, and Aubrey got hers too today. Wonderful. So for those of you who haven't picked it up yet, I thought of this like for our Facebook and stuff. If you, I'll get to that in just a minute, Aubrey. If you can think of it when you're there, get, whoever, parent or grandparent, whoever took you, if you can remember to snap a picture of you in front of your school or in the lobby of your school, getting your kid, or maybe, I don't know if your principal was there to hand them out to you, but just get a picture and send it to me. I would love to put that on social media. And like the pictures I put yesterday of me putting them together, I tagged Crawford. So hopefully maybe they can approve that. So go on your Crawford page too. And then if you've already picked it up, and or both, once you set it up, and I'm going to do a little video, you might be already figuring it out how to set it up. That's fine. I'm also going to make a little how-to video. I'm just going to do that today, but we had a staff meeting that went a little bit longer. So I'll try to get that done in the next day or so. But feel free to go ahead and start opening the box and figuring if you can figure out how to attach the light kit and all that to the little tripod. That's fantastic. But yeah, once you get it set up, if you can get someone to maybe take a picture of you in front of the setup, I think that'd be fun. And I'd love to have pictures of y'all doing that. So in answer to the question, the kits are just to check out. So you get to keep the water bottle in them. And then, I have to use those kits for the Edith J. Hayes next. So that's why you sign them out, that you'll return them when you're done, but keep the water bottle. And I think I have to check, but I think you might get to keep the bags too. So that's why I just take good care of the little name tags that I made. So you get to keep those in the lanyards and all that. So anyway, so good. I'm glad some of y'all are going to get your kits already. That's awesome. So let's get to today. I'm going to, okay, let me respond to this real fast. I've got another teacher that's needing some help in Zoom. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I am going to, so as you see here, I got the, let's see. All right, no one went in there yet. That's okay. And the question was asked, I've already got someone volunteering to do some of the editing. We will not be able to edit until all of the first things, the scripts have to be written, and then the people who are going to be the anchors have to record themselves reading them. So for those of you who are going to help out with editing and are anxious to do that, we have to get through these steps first. So, but before we get to script writing, I want to show you, and you can see I went through and like whoever had signed up for, I went ahead and started putting your names in there next to the ones that people had signed up for or pitched, the story idea. So, but I'm going to get to the scripts in just a minute. I want to get to the crew positions and show you how this is going to work. So, whoops, that's our Zoom. Let's see here. Come on. Got too many things open and blocking things. Alrighty. Okay. So have any of y'all done what we call a choice board? Has anyone done a choice board in Canvas yet? Okay. I've never done them before. It's just something I learned about. Oh, bless his heart. He thought I meant, um, well, I can't let him, um, hold on. Sorry. In a Zoom. That's Mr. Marshall. You're going to have him, um, the next teacher. He's super awesome. He teaches fire. Okay. Otherwise, it looked like I could only leave your meeting and get him. Otherwise, I would have let him in, so you could have gone ahead and met him. Okay. Let's see. Got too many tabs open. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So are y'all seeing that? The watch and learn crew responsibilities? So this is kind of going over the different jobs, if you will, that there are. So what you're going to do is, now if you're feeling so inspired between now and tomorrow and want to watch them all, that's great. But I'm just asking you to look at one. So first, think about, where do you see yourself? And I know some of you've already said, I'm a behind the scenes person. Don't want to be in front of the camera. That's okay. You're going to find your niche and what you enjoy. But so if you haven't thought about it, stop for a minute, think, do I want to be in front of the camera, behind the scenes? What kind of skills do I have? Or do I want to have? And then you decide. So you're going to look at this next page, and this is what you're going to be doing for homework tonight, okay? And here you see, I have the different positions. So I've got producer, director, that editor link I still need to fix, but I'll add the editor on there. Is my anchor host still not? Yep, there it is. Anchor host, graphics, animation, and then audio. So all you have to do of those, and they're very short, they're like 2-minute videos. So as I said, if you're wanting to just know about the others, which I encourage you to do, but we're going to also learn about it another way, feel free to watch them all. But find the one that you really are interested in. So let's just click on anchor host. Then it's going to pull up the video. And these are people from KET here in Lexington, the local PBS station. And Miss Shaw, Renee Shaw, who's one of the anchors, and I know a lot of these people because some of them used to work with me at Channel 36. Miss Shaw didn't, but she's on my advisory committee. So as you can see, her video is 2 minutes, 10 seconds, and she's going to talk about what her responsibilities are as an anchor. The director here, this is... believe I have Nick Helton here, but let me make sure before I tell you I have Nick. Let's see. Yep, Nick Helton. Some of the best qualities, I think, maybe. So Nick used to work with me at Channel 36, so I know him really well. And he, so a lot of people who used to work at 36 work at KET now, and they love it. It's a really great place to work. And Nick has done so well over there, and he's won several Emmy awards, which is kind of like the Oscar but for TV, Emmys. And when Muhammad Ali, you all hopefully know who Muhammad Ali is, famous boxer who was from Louisville. When he passed away a couple years ago, they did, that was national news, and Nick did the directing of the live funeral, and he actually won an Emmy for that program that he did. But anyway, you'll just pick which one sounds interesting and watch the video. Then what we're going to do tomorrow, so this is why you just need to watch these tonight as homework, which it won't take you, as I said, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Then tomorrow, I don't have that page published yet. So what we're going to do tomorrow in class is going to be a pair share activity where I will put you in breakout rooms with the people who also watch the same video and, in the position you're interested in. Now, if you're someone who ends up watching more than one video, pick the one that you ended up, because maybe you want to sample them all because you don't know what you want to do. But then let's say you watched them all and you're like, editor, that's the one that I'm really interested in. When I put you in the breakout rooms, then you can join the one that interests you the most, okay? So that's going to be tonight's homework. And then we'll do the activity of pairing and sharing and talking about the positions tomorrow. So before I go backwards to the scripts, are there any questions about, and I'll get that link to the editor fixed there. So when you click on that, it'll work. So any questions about that homework assignment for tonight?
Not about the homework, but just like a general question.
Sure.
What if, I'm more curious about what the anchors will do. Like, will they just say their topic and then move on? Is that will be their only job?
Like on this first show, or in for the whole time we're together?
For the whole time we're together.
Okay, yeah. So what we will do, we will always do what we did the first time. I will probably have you do the worksheets because y'all have already learned the news values. But like once we get this show done, we will all meet together. We'll probably just do more like this, and I'll take notes, or someone can take notes. So it doesn't matter. And we'll do what we call the morning meeting, where we'll pitch ideas of, okay, what's going on? Kind of like we did yesterday. We added to the rundown. So we'll have just sort of an open forum where we pitch the ideas. All right, this week I want to put this in the show, and I heard about this going on. I want to put this in. So everybody should contribute to that, because the more people who bring ideas to the table, the better. If just one or two people are, having to come up with ideas, that puts a lot of pressure on one or two people. And two, that's not how it works. I mean, when I was at the TV station, we had that's why we call it the morning meeting. And then there's also the TV stations, there are 2 meetings a day, AM, and then the people who work the night shift come in because they have they start their days at like 3:00. So the anchors, the producers, the director, the news director, editors, we all sat around a table and we went around the table. Okay, what's your idea? What's your idea? What's your idea? So everybody will contribute to that. And because that's a group effort, because the show's everybody's show. It's a collaborative effort. So, and then after that, Ahana, it'll be, and I'm hoping, as I said, it looks like hopefully we might get to come back in March. So I'm hoping that we'll get to come back before my time with you is up, and to where we can do the live, record our shows as if they were live. And then we'll learn how to actually punch the show instead of editing it. When you punch a show, meaning the director's there, it's recording the show as you do it. So that's why we call it as live. So no do-overs. So that's pretty exciting. It's nerve-wracking and exciting. So hopefully that answers your question a bit. Okay, all right. So any other questions? Hannah, did you have more?
This isn't, sorry.
You're fine. That's what we're here for.
This isn't a question. I talked to Mr. McGuire because I had him in 5th period.
Yes.
And he said he would love if we just do the video, and he'll post it whenever he has time.
Awesome.
Whenever we finish he said whenever we finish our first video, I'll just send it to him and he'll post it.
Wonderful. That's awesome. He's doing that. And that's bad because y'all already have a following on your YouTube, but then we'll expose you all to our YouTube. That's fantastic. Thank you for asking him. That's great. Okay. So we're looking at scripts here. Let's see how we are. Okay. We're great. And Ahana, who else told me they've worked on the Crawford show already? I feel like there were one or two others. Anyone else? I'm sorry, who was that?
It was me.
Let's see. I'm just hearing voice. Was that Joseph or Blake? Let's see. I can't see all the who I couldn't see all the names. It cuts off, so I can't see everybody at once. Who's? Oh wait, here.
Ishmael said me in the chat.
Ishmael. Okay, awesome, awesome, great. So, the two of them are probably a little bit more familiar with scripting, but for the rest of you, so right now. I just have it in a Google Doc because, as I said, we're not, and once we get it written, I'll kind of add scripting directions for the people who are going to help edit. But this is not, just to let you know, this is not traditionally what your broadcast scripts are going to look like. They're 2-column scripts. Ishmael and Ahana, do you all do 2-column scriptings in your program?
We don't. What we do is we make our own Google Doc and we share it with Mr. McGuire, and then we write our ideas and what we're gonna do. Like we plan it out like that.
Okay, but you never do 2-column scripting with director cues on the left?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't do nothing like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, good. It's so good. You're gonna be. Say that again.
It just has like stuff like that we're gonna apply for, and then we just choose what we're gonna do, and then we tell them what we're gonna do.
Okay. And then when someone edits, they just know what to put where, or they.
People, they will all share their video with the person that's gonna do the edits, and then the person will just like edit the video itself, like where he wants to put all the stuff at.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you're gonna learn. Go ahead.
Sometimes we also edit by ourselves and then share it with the person that's going to put it all together.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think you're going to like, those of you who've already done this before, the couple of you, I think you'll like this once you learn about 2-column scripting. And then those of you who are learning it, I think you'll like it too, especially the editors. The editors are going to love it. But it's also preparing us for when we do it as if we were live, because think about it when we're doing it live, or recording it as if it were live. The director, the person, so right now, and this is how we're going to have to do it now, we're going to be editing it. So you get to do do-overs. So like whoever's reading, if you mess up or whatever, you get to stop, re-record it. But when we're doing it all together and just no stopping, just doing it as if it were live, and then we've got someone behind the scenes that's recording it as we go, they have to know when, let's say it's Ahana's turn to be on camera and when it's Ishmael's turn, or when they're both on camera in a 2-shot, and then they have to know when to roll the video. So that's why it's called a two-column scripting, because you have the script on the right and then you have directions on the left. So say take 2 shots, and they'll say take video, so they know when to roll that video, or they know when we're going to put 2 people on camera or when we're going to put 1 person on camera. So it gives the directions. So, but as I said, for now, we're just typing in a doc. The question was asked, and I think it might have been Ahana, about just doing your own document. If you all, those of you who have your names right here and that of the stories that you pitched, if you right now, while you're kind of trying to put your thoughts together and write it, if you're more comfortable not doing it in a group document and you just want to create your own Google Doc and type up your ideas, that way you can play with it. You can even send it to me and say, Ms. Roush, here's what I got so far. How's this looking? And then when we're done, copy, paste it into the group doc. That is absolutely fine. And you might want to do that because that way, that might actually be easier for you all right now because you might, seeing all these other things in here might get a little confusing. So I'm happy for you all to do that. So before I want to stop right there before I say the next thing. Any questions to date or comments? Let's see. So COVID. So the beginning of the show, and then did we say, forgive me, and I think I have a note someplace else. Did I have a couple volunteer? Hannah, I think you said you were going to anchor, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then was Ishmael, who else said they would, who they would anchor? Or Blake? Did someone else volunteer already? Okay, and it's okay. After you watch the things tonight, I don't need to know that right now, but I just thought if we did it, I could go ahead. So for starters, like I'm going to start here and do this. So first of all, let me ask you this. What do you all want to call your show while you're with me? Do you want to give it a name? Does anyone have any ideas for a name? Hannah, Ishmael, what do you all call your Crawford show? Do you have a name for it?
Yeah, CMS News Broadcast.
CMS News Broadcast. Okay. So what would you all like to call this show? Anyone, and you could type in ideas if anyone has ideas. It does not have to, because I feel like after this show, I'd like to do something a little bit more. This one's just a good starter to have more, little news chunks in it. I'd like to do our next one a little bit more feature, maybe interviews, like a talk show kind of thing. So with that in mind, it can be like, so for example, on TV right now, there's that show that it's really kind of geared towards women, but it's called The View, where all those women sit around and talk. A lot of times they're bickering, but talk show, they have guests on. So it's called The View. There's another thing I think called The Soup. There's, lots of, obviously now this is more celebrity driven, but Ellen, she's Ellen and she's a celebrity and her show can just be called Ellen. Same with Oprah, but,
I have an idea.
go ahead. Yeah.
What about middle school broadcast? Because it's all different grades in here. It's like the whole middle school.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do right here. Oops. Let me get back in the doc. I'm going to put some ideas in here. So show titles. Broadcast. I just thought of one too. And it does have the word news in it, but middle school newsmakers. It just popped into my head. Doesn't mean you have to use it, just an idea. Anything else? Anyone else have any titles, ideas?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but my school I was talking to Mr. McGuire a couple weeks ago, and he had last year, I believe, they did not a news thing. It was a talk show. I think it was Family Feud, except it was like for the teachers and the students. And so they put that up there, and then I had an idea because I was watching Name That Tune, where like we would do something like that. Maybe like something before a test to calm us down, and he had the idea. So if we ever go back to school, that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be the host of it.
Love that. Yes. Good. See, that's what I'm talking about. I think I'd like our next program to be a little bit more like fun, upbeat, and add some elements like that. That's great. Hold that idea for next week. Okay. Any other ideas of titles? We don't, as I said, we don't have to have this right now. If you do come up with one, just type it in there, okay? So the reason why I asked is so the opening. So the show open, And again, if anyone has any ideas or likes to make graphics, as I mentioned the other day, and wants to play around with, Pixlr, Photoshop, if you have it, GIMP, whatever, and make, or Adobe Spark, whatever, makes some kind of show open. Again, we need to know our name to put it on there, but you can be doing that. So we would have the show open, that the editor would edit that in, and then we would have our, let's see here. We'll just start with Ahana, since I know she's anchoring. So Ahana, welcome to, we'll just name. Welcome to, middle school broadcast. I'm Ahana. Did I get you right? Yeah, spell that right. I'm Ahana, and then, and oops. Whoever else is going to anchor. So you'll see it's starting. So what will happen is when you watch a show, so let's say tonight you just flip on, WKYT, LEX, whatever. Everything they say from, hi, I'm Michelle Roush, I'm, whoever. The numbers in Kentucky, everything coming out of their mouth is on a script. So that's what we're writing is what we're going to be saying. Okay. And, again, this also is going to help the editor, because like right now, this part, welcome, I'm Ahana Patel, and that's just going to be on them on camera, but sometimes they're going to keep talking, but we're going to be putting video over it. So the editor would need to know, okay, they're still talking, but I'm supposed to cover up what they're saying with the video that matches what they're saying. So for example, we're starting with COVID latest was our top story. So with that, what do you all think? What should be the top sentence, which we call the lead sentence about COVID latest? Anyone, any ideas? Oh, let's see, I've got some chats here. Chat. Let's see. Oh, Cougar's broadcast. Oh, I like that. We're going to put that in there for now. And you know what? Someone could make a really cool logo to the Cougars. Can't type. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Ishmael. So let me look up real fast what the Kentucky COVID, what the latest numbers are, because I'm thinking just yesterday. Oh, and I saw that yesterday that new super duper contagious strain has made it into Kentucky now, which isn't good. I got my shot yesterday. It barely hurt at all, but my arm is really, like, I can't lay on that arm. My arm's really sore, but sometimes like flu shots hurt, like the actual shot hurts. You can feel it going in. This was like the most painless shot I've ever gotten. So let's see here. Daily report. So I was thinking, now that I see that deadly, the worst strain is in Kentucky, that to me might be the top sentence to get into that story. So let's see what the governor says. So when I say that, so let's go back to while that's loading. So you might say there's a new strain of COVID-19, and there's a new strain of COVID-19. It's supposed to be more contagious. It's supposed to be more contagious, and then I'm going to find out something else about it. And it's in Kentucky. So you see that's the most important because that's super new information. Then let's see here. Let's go back over and see what's new over here. Oh, this is just his guidance. Okay. Oh, there was his page. So if you notice with what I just started typing, short sentences. Here we go. You don't want super long sentences. You want them short and to the point. And let's see here. Here are numbers. So 7-day, let's see. All right, I'm gonna, and who I think Blake might have been on this one too. We'll both go through that, and there's a lot of information to sort through there to find out what we want. So let me just get back to this because I'll have y'all work on this. So what you would do now is say, how about, because I have video, I got some video yesterday when I was at Kentucky, Commonwealth Stadium or Kroger Field, whatever they're calling it now. We could say the good news is vaccinations have started in Kentucky. Now, this is what I was talking about where, so VO, and I'm going to get into the lingo here in a bit, but VO means voice over. So now this is where the anchor is going to keep reading. So we'll hear their voice, but the editor is going to put the video over them talking. So, you know, we'll type in something. So info here about vaccines and teachers first in line, you know, among the first in line. And again, because I know yesterday we put the new strain further below, but now that it's in Kentucky, I think that's what bumped that up a bit. And so I would, you know, keep that up there because control copy. And again, we're going to put a little bit more information there about it. And then we'll get into the numbers. So we'll look up a sentence or two, literally a sentence or two, telling what the current numbers are, then what Kentucky current numbers are. Now, as you see, that's why it's a working document. I kind of flip-flop that too because I thought that it segued into the vaccines better. Plus, we want to get to video as quickly as we can, either video or full screen graphics, because you don't want just someone just like me. Like, for example, in these Zoom classes, pretend I didn't share my screen. And if you had to sit here for 30 minutes to an hour of just seeing me talking, boring, right? That would be so awful. So the same with our TV shows. The more visuals we have, the better. Okay, so it can be video. It can be a full screen with the numbers on it. Something we can look at. Because if it's just two what we call talking heads, our viewers are not going to stick with us. You know, they're going to go move on to something else. So then current numbers, now that will segue in perfectly. So if you all saw or got the text message or got the phone call or got the email They announced yesterday that we're staying virtual one more week, so that takes us into the second week of February. So we'll want to, mention that, that's postponed, but that the numbers are, so we'll put, numbers are declining. So we'll, again, put a little sentence about this in here. I can't type. And, talk about the return to school. And then with the return to school, that's going to kind of get into Aubrey's idea about bullying in school and then the cyber bullies. And then that's when we were going to take a break. So for the editor, this would be where the editor would insert the little PSA that I'll provide for y'all to put in there. And then we return. And so, your anchors would say something, like welcome back. Something like now more than ever, finding an outlet to exercise and, whatever. Sorry about that. So that, and I'm going to let, because Ishmael's working on this and he, well, for now, just put this is important. So, so Ishmael, let me go ahead and ask you so we can maybe knock this intro out. If you had to sum up the mobile workout in one sentence, what would you say? No, I just put you on the spot. It's hard to come up with things that fast. Go ahead. Let me ask you this. Did the man who does this, was this already a thing before COVID, or did he have maybe an indoor business and he was being creative and made it mobile? Like, is this a result of COVID? Oop. Your audio's breaking up. Can other people hear him?
No,
Okay, Ishmael, go ahead. I don't know what's happened with your audio. Can you just type it in? I'm sorry. I'd love to hear you tell us, but we're having that audio problem.
Miss Roush, after this, I forgot to tell you, I actually made like a little, I forgot what it's called, like a logo for the name I had, like an idea for it.
Great. I want to see it.
I'll do it to you after this.
Okay. Well, while Ishmael's typing up his answer, anyone having questions of what we're doing? Is it making sense? We keep this stuff super simple and to the point. And Ishmael, does he have a website, the guy who does this, the mobile exercise? Okay, let's see. He's in a facility, but when COVID, okay. Awesome, he has Facebook. Okay, perfect. So, so let's say, so, and Ishmael, you can go back because it is your story and change it. But so what we would say, for example, and again, Ishmael can go in if he wanted to change it, but I'm just kind of showing and okay, I am going to just, as an example, based on the information he just gave me, I'm going to show you how I would say that. So now more than ever, finding an outlet to exercise is important. One person, Lexington personal trainer I just had it in my head. Sorry about the dog. Go away, Kendrick. One Lexington personal trainer when one Lexington personal trainer was forced to close his business due to COVID, he took his I'm trying to think of a good word. He took his workouts to the road. So then what we would say is, this is where then the editor, we would take the video of the actual thing, and then he would say, you know, whatever. So what is, Ishmael, what's the man's name? Okay. Last name? If you know it. And what is, sorry, what, that's okay. We can find it later. You can go back and put it. What is the name of the, tell us, I know you told us when you pitched it. What's the name of his workout? Lewis, DeMarcus Lewis. And it's just called Mobile Workout? Okay. So Marcus Lewis owns Mobile Workout. He loaded up his, and I'm just, Ishmael, I'm making assumptions here. If any of this is wrong, you go back in and change it, please. I'm just doing this for the purpose of, of illustrate. So he loaded up his equipment and hit the road. He parks in a lot and offers individual and group workouts outdoors where it's safer. Then if he wants to, you know, if Ishmael thinks there's some other cool information to add to that, he can add it, but only, you know, maybe one or two more sentences. Then what I would like to do, if DeMarcus is willing, is Ishmael, if you have a phone or a camera, or your parents have or whoever has a phone, you know, that you could record a little sound bite with him, you know, saying, you know, DeMarcus gives us a sentence describing how well, and he does. That's even cooler. So we can even add that to the, that's cool. Describe, okay, anyway, I'll go at how well it's working out. And then I'd also like to hear from, maybe Ishmael will give us a soundbite of, describes, you know, what he thinks of it. So it might be like, oh yeah, I really love the opportunity to keep getting to work out. And the way he's done this has been really wonderful, or whatever. So just 2 quick sound bites. So then, now Ishmael just gave us great information where, so let's say, again, I'm just going to put Ahana for now. I don't know which anchor would read this. But you can see a live stream of workouts on his Facebook. And actually, you know what? We're going to keep that with video, because we'll show video of what his Facebook page looks like so people will recognize it. So you can see a live stream of workouts on his Facebook page. Okay, so there, that is a story. That's it. You just put your basic information in there. And again, Ishmael, go back in there if you need to add anything, clean it up, make it sound better, have at it. So that's all you do. So what I would like to do, because I want you all to get your hands on it and practice and don't feel so like Lizzie, Hannah, we had, I think, Aubrey, some other people. We're going to write some stuff. Again, you can go make your own. Okay, good. Awesome, Ishmael. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for providing good information to help me do that. So I hope you notice by me doing that, it's only because I've been doing this more than 20 years. The more you write like this, Ishmael provided me with some basic information and it popped out. So you all are new, you're starting. You might have to think it through a little bit more. And what's going to happen, and same things happen with my high school kids, and this is, I think, a great start. You just write what you think's important, and then what we can do when we come back tomorrow, we can look at it and be like, okay, that's good, but how can we say the same thing but shorter or trim it down a little bit? So what I want you all to do is get in here. Again, you can either get in this actual document, or if you want to make your own, play around with writing and then copy paste or show it to me and we can talk about before we copy paste. And then just start writing what you think is important, okay? And then we're gonna look at it tomorrow. We'll finish it up. I'll be checking back in with it tonight. And if I see some things, I might add to it too. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about the crew positions. And then that way, I think more of y'all will have your mobile kits as well. We can go ahead and assign who's going to record some stuff, and then kind of move it along to start the editing process. So with that, are there any questions?
Can you disable the screen share so I can show my idea?
Yes, absolutely, please. And I'm going to have to, I have to click a thing here to allow you to do that. Where is screen share? Let's see. Okay, you should be able to now. And Ishmael, while she's pulling that up, when will you be going to a mobile workout next? Every weekend. Okay.
Can you share my screen?
Okay. Yes. Oh, look at that. Middle school 2021 broadcast. Nice. I like that. Why don't we go ahead and use that here for our first one? I like it. Don't you love? I love Adobe Spark. I have more fun. Let's see what is. Yes, thank you for doing it.
I also made one just.
You made what?
Should I share? I was saying, I'll share it with you.
Yes, please do. Ishmael, what time are you going, Saturday or Sunday? And 11, okay. I'm thinking, are you going both Saturday and Sunday, or do you do one or the other? And while you're typing that, is it where on Liberty Road? Okay, both. What's it closest to? Like, is it close to like Liberty Elementary? Like, what part of Liberty is it on? Like, do you know what it's near? Like an identifying structure? Thank you, Ahana. Closer to all the car dealerships. I'm trying to think. Oh, like kind of near New Circle? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, that sounds like it's like right by our school, by East Side. Because East Side, our school is literally just right up the hill from the school buses. Okay, easy. All right, Ishmael, I'm thinking that I'm just going to come out Saturday, and I'll go, you do your workout, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll bring a tripod and a camera. Kendrick, hush. So sorry, you all. I'll bring a camera and tripod and get some video, and since I'll have a camera, I can do the interview with him. And do you think he'll be cool with that? Okay. I mean, if he's not a big deal. I bet he will, though, because A, it's for your school program. And then B, as I said, most local business owners are, bye, Hannah, because it's promotion. So awesome. Well, let's just plan to do that. So we'll get video for that. So with that, I know we're actually running out of time here. We got 1 minute left. So any other questions before I let you go? Just get into those scripts, play around with writing, but mainly for everyone, go pick the one video and be ready to discuss tomorrow about what you learned from it. Okay. Any questions before I say goodbye?